Yeesh, it's been a long time since I last played this game. But welcome back to Battle for Neighborville. The reason why you see this video right now is I'm going to go over all of the outfits in Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. The game stopped getting updates a year or two back, and that means I can finally talk about every single outfit in the game. Can I help you with something? Hello. Anyway, I'm going to go over every single possible outfit there is in Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, and hopefully describe its origin, and tell you whether or not if it's good or not. Alright, so let's begin. Let's begin with the plants, specifically with Peashooter. So the Peashooter has a good variety of outfits, and I'll probably describe them all right here. So going past the default, you have Chickpea. And I think Chickpea comes in the deluxe version when you purchase Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. It's a good outfit to start off as, but I think there's much better ones. Never underestimate the supreme power of Chickpea. Never. Well, I use something else, so that really doesn't make much sense. Next up on our list is the Future Crop. In the future, he protects, and he also serves on the weekend for extra cash because crime doesn't pay. These and the other one, the orange one, these you can get from the prize map, I think for June. There was actually an upgrade for Peashooter that was supposed to come with these outfits, but I think that got scrapped. Speaking of which, this is the other version of the Crop Cop or whatever his name is. Highly decorated crop. Ironically, it's a crime against humanity to look this good. Yeah, naturally, I choose this one over the green one. Here's my personal favorite. It's called the P of Valiance. With joust for honor, for justice, for honor again, preferably between 9 and 5. This is pretty much a Dark Souls outfit for Peashooter. This is only available for people who have the Founders Edition. In other words, you got the game early. This was between September 4th to October 18th. Of 2019 where you can only get this outfit. I use this outfit because no one else can pretty much get him. It's like the unicorn chomper of Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. I don't know why it's a super rare though. This is Sappy Pea. Contrary to popular belief, Sappy Pea is not emotional. Well, as you can see here, it's an orange Peashooter, similar to the Crop Cop, Orange Cop. I don't know what that is. But this guy you can easily get in the Rewardotron. You just gotta keep gambling for 15,000 coins. Hopefully you get him. He's not that bad. We got Finding Nemo, or CP. CP can't actually breathe underwater, which is too bad. He loves it down there. It's a nice outfit, but it's another orange Peashooter. I don't know why, but these developers really like orange on Peashooter. It's a rare. You can get him from Rewardotron. And this is Azure Pea. I think this is another name for blue. I think in Spanish it's azul or something like that. Azure Pea gets angry when mistakes for an ice or sad Peashooter. Oh, okay, so basically it's just blue. Yeah, it's a common skin. You can get this in the Rewardotron. It's just a blue Peashooter. It's not much is really said here. Alright, that's all the outfits for the Peashooter. Let's move on to the next. We got Chomper, and Chomper has very interesting outfits. Alright, let me address the elephant in the room, and this is the Chomper Paper Mache. He's all thrills, frills, and bite. And this is the only legendary for Chomper. I think this is my personal favorite because of how detailed the skin is. It's really nice looking, personally. I think this is my all-time favorite. I don't think I'm ever going to remove this no matter what. Next up is Cuddle Chomper. With fur so soft, everyone wants to know his brand of conditioner. So this is an item that you can just get from the Rewardotron, I believe. There is another skin similar to this, but it's red, and it's only available for Valentine's Day. We're going to get to that soon. Next up, we got Chomp Night. I think this one's from the prize maps of the summertime. I don't remember which one. It could have been from the August one. Neither valiant nor heroic. He's just a chomper stuck in metal armor. I think they got the inspiration for this guy from Armor Chomper, from Garden Warfare. But I think that's a personal guess. It's cool looking, but I prefer other chomper skins. This one, the Abominable Chomper, nobody knows what's going to happen to him in the summer. Well, he doesn't melt, so that's good. It's a nice looking chomper skin. I like the details and the way they design them, like the carrots for the spikes and everything like that. Pretty much it's a Chomper snowman. It's something we've never really seen before, so that's why I've been using him a lot when the prize map for December came out. It's really worth getting, personally. This is Z-Chomp. I guess Hillbilly Chomper? Don't call him a zebra. He only responds to Z-Chomp. I guess it's supposed to be a zebra. But I don't recall zebras having buck teeth. You can get this thing in the Rewardotron. I don't think it's that special. This is Extreme Makeover. He wanted to make a drastic change in his life. He got exactly what he asked for. Oh my god, these egg puns. This is basically an Easter egg Chomper. An actual Easter egg Chomper. Like, not a video game Easter egg, a real Easter egg. It's a nice design scheme. And this is something you can also get from Rux, just like the paper mache Chomper. I don't know why they charge you with real money to get these really nice skins. I think that's kind of an injustice. We got Messed Up Pup, which is also from Rux. Truly man's best friend if a best friend licks your face, even after a burrito from a landfill. These descriptions really have nothing to do with these characters. Yeah, it's a dog-themed Chomper. I guess the colors and the contrast look nice. But I don't really use this one personally. These ones, I think the rest of them you can get from the Rewardotron, except for the pink teddy bear. We'll get to him. Olive Chomper likes sitcoms, satires, and sailboats. Thanks for telling us that. It's a yellow Chomper. Moving on. Shaggy Shampooey. He takes great pride in cutting and styling his own hair. You know, when I first unlocked this guy on Valentine's Day, I thought this was going to be much more special because it's a Valentine's Day one. But no, it's a common. And it's pretty much a reskin of this thing. So it's fun for the time being, but not really. It's a common. Bluer Chewer. He really has nothing to be blue about. He's got a great friends, racquetball, and Tuesdays, and he has a nice 401k. I mean, at least he's got a good retirement plan, but not much can be really said about him. He's just a blue Chomper. So that's it for Chomper. We're going to move on. Kernel Corn has some nice outfits as well. Where should we begin? I guess we can go over the February prize map customizations. Feudal Lord Draconius. He lives by a code, and that code is 12345. That's the stupidest combination I've ever heard. An idiot could put that on his luggage. But I guess it's a samurai corn. He's red. He's got nice dragon flames coming out of his head. And fun fact, when February came around, this was introduced that the corn was going to have a legendary upgrade, which is called Shogun Guard, which is a shield for corn. The more you know. This is another legendary, but not as special personally, but this is available at the end of the prize map. Blade of the Beetle, available to the cut of the ribbon and the grand opening of ceremonies. Now notice that this was replaced with a beetle and not a dragon. I guess that's the only difference. And because it's white and blue and not red and yellow. I mean, it's a nice reskin. But I like the other one better. And this is like a prehistoric corn. I think it's a super rare. Ancient Grains. Is he really ancient or is he just not into showers? Both probably. Yeah, it's a primordial corn. I use him sometimes, but he's okay looking. He's just really hairy, though. You can get this guy from Rux. Rapping Corn is undisputed master of the underground rap battle. Oh, yeah, I get it. Haha. You can only get this character if you get an upgrade, which is another microtransaction from Electronic Arts. I think it's like called Seasons Eatings. This comes with Electric Slide, too. She has her own skin. I mean, it's good looking. I guess it's worth the purchase, but just buying it for additional 2 characters, I don't know, man. Corn Brotherhood, which also known as Emo Corn. Corn Brotherhood are loyal to Purple Grain and sad corn core music. Again, with these puns, they're gonna kill my brain cells. Yeah, it's just an Emo Corn. You see him in the freaking Giddy Park. It's okay. You can get him in the Rewardotron too. Blue Bull. I actually don't see this guy too much. Don't wave a red cape in front of him. He lost one ages ago, and he's still sad about it. Yeah, it's a blue corn with horns. I guess it's supposed to be a bull themed, but that doesn't make any sense because bulls aren't blue. Unless you're talking about Benny the Bull from Dora the Explorer. You can get this guy in the Rewardotron. Purple Grain. Purple Grain makes sweet music for your ears. It's a purple corn. Moving on. Nightcap actually has some nice customs, believe it or not. Fortune Cap, I think you can actually get this from Rux around... It originally came out during the New Year. I think it was supposed to represent Chinese New Year. I may be wrong on that, so don't quote me there. I think this is probably the best looking Nightcap outfit, personally. I don't even remember what I have equipped, but it should have been this one. It could have been the Jurassic Park Nightcap. We'll get to her in a bit. But yeah, obviously this is probably the best legendary, but unfortunately you have to buy her from Rux. So that's another letdown. Kitty Cap. Kitty Cap means business. She can be unlocked through the November prize map. And it's just a reskin of the next outfit, which is called Pretty Cap. This kitty makes pretty sound gritty. Yeah, these developers really like recoloring these skins. I think that's kind of disappointing. When you unlock everything in the prize map, it just unlocks the same outfit, except in a different color. So what's really the point of unlocking the rest of the prize map? I guess if you want black, then go for it, man. I'm not gonna judge you. Night Sprinkles. It's a birthday cake nightcap. Baking the 7-layer pummel cake decorated with the frosting of fists. Yeah, it's a nightcap with a birthday cake on her head. I don't know how she carries that thing around. I think that's pretty heavy. Or I don't know how the cake would fall off. I think this is also a customization you can get from the Rewardotron. I could be wrong about that. Gnomish Spot Shroom. Don't counter spots, it's just rude. This is probably one of the only outfits you can unlock from a gnome area. I think in the Giddy Park area when you try to complete the puzzle, it's more complicated than it seems, but I did make a video about it. But it's actually not a bad outfit. I like the symbols on her chest. It looks cool. Jurassic Jammies is also an outfit that you can get from Rux, but it's just a dinosaur skin. A walking, rarely talking extinction event. It's a dinosaur nightcap. It's gonna look very similar to the next one I'm gonna talk about. Night Mint. Surprisingly, Night Mint has bad breath. And it's a green nightcap. Moving on. Loomish Fungus. She's radiant, glowing, utterly beaming, but enough's enough when everyone just wants to go to sleep. Yeah, she's a blue nightcap. And I guess that's it for the nightcaps. Snapdragon has probably one of the best skins I've ever seen in this game so far. I think this guy's gotten first place in my book. So, Sentry Dragon is really nice looking. You can actually see that it's probably worth your while when you complete the prize map. Emerges from the slumber, turned into each century as well as Thursdays. But there's a different version of this one. And that is Millennium Dragon. And he waxes himself daily to maintain his brilliant shine. Personally, I prefer this one because gold over silver, but that is for you to decide. It's just a silver version of the other skin of the dragon, which is kind of cool. But I think this one's my personal favorite by far. And that's Molten Fire Snap, a volcano snapdragon. The only place he doesn't feel cold in this blazing core of Mount Steep. Oh, we get an origin story. That's kind of cool. This is probably the best looking snapdragon skin. By far. First place winner. And this is the one I always use. So, 10 out of 10. Even though you have to buy this from Rux, I personally recommend this. Crystal Dragon, you can unlock this from the Rewardotron. You can't see through the Crystal Dragon, but he can see through you. But you both tried. Yeah, I do like the floating crystals around the Snapdragon. I think that's a nice touch. It's a purple Snapdragon otherwise. It's nice. If you get this, you're kind of lucky. Sparkle Snap. I like the blue and purple contrast, but I've never really seen anybody use this. Nothing matters more than sparkles. Nothing. Yep, sparkles is all that is for this Snapdragon. It's alright. Set in Stone, a stone-themed Snapdragon, which I thought was pretty awesome. Likes looking cool, standing still, dislikes birds who recently ate from Uno Taco's dumpster. Yeah, I can't believe they actually put a lot of lore into this game behind the backstory of these costumes. But yeah, this is another customization you get from Rux. It's pretty nice looking if you don't want to get the fire lava dragon. And last but not least, we have Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon looks up at the Molten Fire Snap, who is half much inch taller. And it's a red Snapdragon. It's common. You can get him from the Rewardotron. Moving on. So, Cactus has a nice selection. So, her only legendary is Cactus Raw, an ancient cactus who loves cats, bugs, and triangles in that order. It's a mummy cactus. It looks kind of cool. It's like a, what do you call that queen of Egypt? Cleopatra, right? It looks like her. The design looks pretty nice too. I really like the hieroglyphics. I think that's a very nice touch. Probably one of my favorite cactuses in the... Cacti. Excuse me. Probably one of my favorite cacti in the entire game. Prickle Overlord. I think this is something you can get from the Rewardotron. She rules with prickly, well, everything. I mean, this could look better. I don't know if I really recommend this one, but it's a nice cactus skin nonetheless. I just personally don't like it. Empress Thorn, which is another customization you can buy from Rux. Let them eat cake with thorn sprinkles? What? Okay, so it's an opera singer cactus. If you want to buy this from Rux, go right ahead, but I prefer the Cleopatra one. That's what I would personally save my rainbow stars for if I were you. I can't even bother what this thing says. Don't ask why she's dressed like a giraffe. It's private. It's a giraffe of a cactus. It's not really that special. Blush Cactus. If she felt embarrassed, you would never know about it. Yeah, it's a pink cactus. Violet Femme. Boy, was her face purple when she accidentally fell in that grape juice fountain. It's a purple cactus. So Citron actually has a lot of cool customizations coming from Rux, and I'll explain you to them right here. So Citronian Ancient is being around since the earliest civilizations, make him a great trivia contest partner. And honestly, this is really nice looking, especially in the ball form. I'll actually showcase them in the ball form. Why not? I don't know if I'll be able to do this with all the Citrons. I'll probably do it to the ones that are the best looking. But look at this, like this beautiful Aztec-themed ball that spins around. Something you'd see in Indiana Jones. It's really nice looking. But that's not all. That's not all the nice ones that you get to see. Here's the Citronaut. He doesn't get the memo that the battle is not like space anymore. This is also another good one. It's an astronaut. I really like the blue and white feature that they have for this Citron. This is something I would also use. This is what it looks like in ball form, and personally, I think it's a really nice touch. And then we have, I forgot the name of this guy. Sci-Fi Spy Guy. Wow, that was a simple name. Sci-Fi Spy Guy comes from the future to warn you not to get bangs Karen? They made a Karen joke? Why did nobody talk about this guy? So yeah, this guy was here to warn us about Karen. It's already too late for that, pimp. They're everywhere now. But I really like the nice details that they have on like the back for everyone to see. I think that's a really nice touch. You get to see something nice in the back too. God, that came out wrong. So those were the 3 legendaries that you can get from Rux. The rest are just okay in my opinion. Cocotron is delicious as he is vicious. You can get this guy from the Rewardotron. It's just gold and brown. Pretty much all that it is. Pandorange. It's a futuristic bounty hunter dressed as a panda and can mean only one thing. Panda outlaws. I don't get it, but it's a panda Citron. It looks nice. It's another thing you can get from the Rewardotron. Citron 5000. From a distant future where neon is back in style. It's a blue Citron. Moving on. Orange Rhine Cowboy. The zest for justice is the most appealing quality. This guy you can probably get from, what do you call that place? I haven't played this game in so long. It was called Mount Steep, the cowboy one. You can unlock this guy through like the shop, I think. Sublime Lime is a green Citron. Moving on. Acorn and Oak. They have probably the best customs, aside from like the Imp and the Z-Mech. They have wow, they have 3 legendaries for real? So this is the original one, Fortress Nut. Oh my god, we're gonna make so many nut jokes. So yeah, this is the original castle version of Acorn. It's the first legendary you get, I think either in the, I think this is the August one. Yeah, it's definitely August or September, I don't remember. It's August or September. This one's my personal favorite, Acorn Overload. You've seen me use this one many, many times. I think it's probably the best looking skin in the game for Acorn and Oak. I personally called him King Oak, so there you go. Glided Oak is pretty much the other version of the first Castle Oak. I think this is something you get from the end of it. Defending the honor of my plants, m'lady. Yeah, it's just a purple version of the other castle. It's just a reskin. Pink Catastrophe. I think you can get this one from Town Center. It's actually really cool looking. If you're into Dumbo the Elephant, then yeah, I guess this one's for you. I've seen many people in the earliest days use this skin. It's not too bad. Primordial Nut. Primitive Nut. Oak Nut. Big Nut. Okay, can we get that out of the system? Hunter, Gatherer, and Zombie Destroyer. Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be a dinosaur-themed primitive Acorn and Oak. I use this one sometimes. You can get this one from Rux. It's cool. Tiger Birch. This kitty doesn't have claws, but it's a bark missile launcher. I would not have known that this was a cat or a tiger, because that does not look like a tiger. This one could have been done better, but you can get this in the Rototron. I didn't really like this one. Dark Nut. You people fucking racist? If you see this nut, it's lights out. It's a purple Acorn and Oak. Right, okay, fine, whatever. Can we stop talking about nuts? Here's Sunflower, and Sunflower has some pretty cool customizations. And one I couldn't even get on this version of the game. I had to go on the Switch for that, so we're gonna talk about that one in a bit. This is the Christmas Sunflower that you can unlock through, I think, Rux? Probably one of the best sunflowers in the game. A little sweet, a little spice, but the zombies she is not so nice. It's the Christmas-themed sunflower. She's a gingerbread. She shits out sprinkles. She has fruit roll-ups for legs. She has a chef hat. Candy canes for a stem. It's just a candy-themed sunflower. It's pretty nice looking. Probably one of the best ones in the game, in my opinion. Sunshine Rocketeer. This is something you can actually get from the Rewardotron. And this is actually a boss fight in, I think, Weirding Woods is the Solar Sisters. This is like a bounty mission. So you've seen this character a couple of times. It's nice to get, but I don't know how she shoots through that space helmet. Sun Monarch. It's a butterfly sunflower. Yeah, it's orange and black, but that's about it. Every step she takes causes a gust of wind that messes up a super brain's hair. She can't even fly, so that's very misleading. Yeah, it's a butterfly sunflower. Flush flower. It's amazing how flush flower talks. It's a pink sunflower. And this is a blue sunflower. Solar eclipse. Cool. I'm going to talk about the unreleased skin, so I'm going to cut to that in a little bit. So this is the other sunflower skin that I didn't get to mention because I didn't have it on Xbox. I had to switch over to the Nintendo Switch, and this is Sunnycat. Sunnycat dresses up for the Lawn of Doom 364 days early every year. So, yeah, pretty much, this is a Halloween cat thing. I guess you can just unlock it through Rux either way, but I only got to unlock her through Switch. It costed a fair amount of coins in the Rux shop, too. So, if you don't want to pay microtransactions, then just go on Switch. That's all I can say about it. And last but not least, we have Rose on the plants. Rose has a lot to talk about here. So first off, we have Celestial Beauty. I think this is the April prize map you can unlock her. She's prettier, smarter, and cooler than you, but does she have 6 cantaloupes? I don't think so. Wow, egotistical much? This one's pretty much the same thing. It's just a purple version of it. She believed the universe had a plan for her. It said, eat stray gloves. That description makes no sense. Yeah, it's a purple version of this one, but it has a nice dark glow. I think this one's personally much better. Fairy Queen. Fairy Queen has lots of non-fairy world, especially ski ball. What? Yeah, it's a fairy version of Rose. I think this is also another mini boss you fight in Weirding Woods. I forgot her name though. But yeah, you can get this from the Rewardotron. It's nothing that special. This one, on the other hand, is probably one of the coolest Rose skins, aside from the purple Empress Rose. Doom Rose only grows in a cave at night in October. So this you can actually unlock through the prize map in October for Halloween. And honestly, this look definitely suits her. It's really nice looking. So if you don't want to spend any money, just unlock her through the prize map. It's probably your best bet. Peace Drop Petals. Peace Drop Petals drops the peace when fighting zombies. Hey, the 70s called. They want their look back. Yeah, this one's you can actually get from the Rewardotron. I didn't like it too much. Queen Bun Bun. She reigns over love, rabbits, and microwave burritos. It's a bunny version, Valentine's Day themed of Rose. And I think this is very suggestive, knowing women and bunnies, costumes-wise. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking right there. You can find that in the Rux shop. I don't remember how much it costs, but I think it's worth your purchase if you like this look. And Ivory Rose. It's a white and pink rose, and that's about it. Unfortunately, Swarm characters like Wildflower and TV Heads did not have their own customizations because the game shut down before they gave them any skins. So, yeah, that's sad. So we're gonna move on to the zombies now. I think we kind of talked enough about the plants. So we got the Foot Soldier, and I think Foot Soldier has some really, really nice customs that are worth your while. First off, we have Gladimus Shootimus. And it's a pioneer of the combat diaper field. Okay, he has a diaper on. Everything about him is really cool except the diaper. I think that one's gross. I like the Night Helmet, though. It's definitely one of my top favorite Foot Soldiers. The reason why I don't make him as primary is stupid diaper. Or you can go futuristic if you didn't want to go to medieval. There's the Totalinator. That's very redundant. He's been looking forward to the battle for the future since yesterday. Yeah, this is probably the primary Foot Soldier skin I use. It's really nice looking. Both these skins you can actually get from the Rux shop. And the next one right here, which nobody ever talks about. I've never seen one person use this. Cargo Commando. The fate of humanity rests in her eyes. Hopefully she's not hungry. Yeah, it's a... I don't even know. I guess it's a purple soldier with big purple lips. I guess. I don't really see too many people use this character. But this is another one you can get from the Rux shop. This is Camouflage Commander. Better hope you don't battle in a place where there's lots of cows. No, that never happens. Cow Commander you can actually get from, I think, the January prize map. I think this is also relating to like animal themes like the Year of the Dragon and like Chinese New Year and stuff like that. It's a nice thing. You can probably pick it up next time it comes around. Vanquish Burglar. Oh, it's a pun on, you know, stealing kills. The only thing he stole was our hearts. To be fair, he was aiming for our brains. Yeah, it's a cop robber of a foot soldier. It's alright. You can get this easily in the Rewardotron. Royal Plaid Master. No one can stop this Royal Plaid Master from looking so rugged. I'm not so sure what this look is going for, but I'm assuming you can also get this from the Rewardotron. This is a rare one you can actually get from Rux, and this one's, I think, personally underrated because not too many people talk about this. Zuper Grave. He once tried to jump over a beehive. It didn't go well. Thank you for telling me this information. Yeah, it's a race car foot soldier. I think if you didn't have enough money to get those other skins from Rux, I think this one's your best bet. This one didn't cost as much. And then we have the blue foot soldier. Corporal Shooty Pants. I really don't care about how he got his name. Imps. Imps are really cool looking, especially with the mechs. Let's go into it. So for the legendaries, the Imp has 3 of them. And one you can actually get from the Rux shop, and that's Kitty Darling Z9000. And I think this is supposed to be a Christmas skin, but it wasn't really that clear. Cute cat videos she posts have way more explosions than the competition. If only my videos did that. But yeah, this is probably one of the nicest looking Imp skins out there. You can also look up her skirt. You freaking perverts. Next, we have Impending Doom, and I think this is supposed to be like the August map or September. I don't remember, but it's one of those prize maps. It's the black and white version of this one, which is the same exact thing. It's gold and purple, while the other one's black and white. Is there a big difference? Oh yeah, this one has gems and this one has spikes. Oh, nice reskin. I mean, both of them will look cool nonetheless. But I just prefer purple because gold. And then Reptile Renegade is probably a very underrated skin. You can actually use a dragon as a mech, which is honestly really cool. And then your Imp is the dragon egg. I think no one actually talks about this one as much as they should. I think this one's a very underrated one. Seeking revenge for cracked eggs everywhere. Okay, well, he's taking that personally, sure. Ninjimp Dynasty. I think this is one of the first Imp skins I've unlocked, and this is actually a really nice one. Nothing stealthy about this mech, just don't tell the Imp, it will hurt his feelings. And this one I think is also another bounty. It's a really difficult one. If you want to see all the bounty ones, search up Team Oak versus bounties. We cover every single bounty in the game. This one's definitely worth your purchase if you have the Rewardotron. Imp Cab Express. I think this is actually an item you can unlock in Rearding Woods. It's a nice skin for Imp. It's a taxi. Not really much can be said here. Ivory Imp. You can pretty much unlock this from the Rewardotron. It's just a white Imp. It's really not much said here. Voted most likely to have mustard stains even though he didn't eat any mustard. Well, I like that analogy except with barbecue wings, but tomato, tomato. Super Brains. Super Brains has really interesting skins. And unfortunately, one of them was scrapped because of the game's cancellation, but we'll get into that one probably at the end of the video, so stick around. Insecto Brains and Super Scarab are both reskins. One's orange and one's green. And they're both unlocked through the October prize map, and it's pretty interesting, actually. This is the only character I think have 4 legendaries, which, wow, Super Brains must be really popular on the prize map. They just really like Super Brains, these developers. The other one I'm really going to be talking about is the Midas Touch and the Metalhead. And I think both of them are pretty much the same, except Midas Touch has a little more textures and a different color. So yeah, of course, I go with gold on this one, but you can unlock both of these equally at the end of the prize map for July. They're both interesting. Ugly Sweater Brains is pretty much the only custom you can unlock through Rux. He's ready to serve this year's Z-Tech Festivus office party. Yeah, it's just Super Brains with an ugly sweater. If you're really big into Christmas-themed outfits, then I'd recommend this one. But it's just Super Brains with an ugly sweater. It's not really much is said here. Reflecto Brains. That should have been a Super Brains idea in Garden Warfare 2, but I digress. The ultimate costume for one that prefers to admire himself. I think this might be inspiration for the, what do you call that? Electro Brains outfit. Right, I do remember that one. This one you can get in the Rewardotron. Same thing with this one, Kristen Fisticuffs. More likely to punch himself than the enemy. It's just a orange-red Super Brains with a black cape. That's pretty much said here. But all these personally, I prefer the legendaries, and once every blue moon would be the ugly sweater. 80s Action Hero has a lot of nice ones. Where should I start? Well, first of all, Judge Z. Just like the chickpea, you actually have to buy this one from the deluxe edition of Battle for Neighborville. If you want to just start off and just want to look really nice, yeah, this one's a good start for you. Judge, Jury, an excessive wearer of bling. Probably one of the best 80s Action Hero outfits. With the next one probably being my personal favorite, which is General D-Zero. Sent back in time to get a machine shark vest for his flying buddy Zero. Xerox Fusions, he's in the game? But yeah, this is a Terminator. That's pretty much the premise. They parodied the Terminator. And this is probably one of the best looking 80s skins probably ever. They did a good job with this one. 10 out of 10. Definitely would recommend buying. Mask Mayhem is also another one you can get from Rux, but I don't think not too many people talk about this guy because the competition was already blown by the previous entries that I just talked about. Leads the Mayhem Snakes of Mayhem, which is a member, him. So yeah, this is the Apocalypse version of Electro Brain. Not Electro Brains, 80s Action Heroes. They're all pretty much the same. The Finisher. Yeah, no one's really talked about these ones. I think the rest of them come from the Rototron. He didn't start the post-apocalypse, but he'll finish it, whatever that means. I think I know what that means. Unicorn Hero is when you need help or a lot glitter in your eyes, he'll find you. So it's a girly version of 80s Action Hero. And, you know, it really contrasts from the masculinity of the, you know, 80s Action Hero stereotype. So I kind of like what they did here. But you can also get this from the Rototron. Light Fighter. He fights for the light, which is a lamp that's always been kind of him. That's stupid. Yeah, he's just an old man version of 80s Action Hero. Hot Dog. Frankly, you can bet your buns, whatever. He relishes the opportunity to catch up with your friends. Yeah, it's a hot dog skin you can get in the prize map. It's not really that special, in my opinion. Electro Slide definitely has some good ones. First of all, we got the legendary, which is Eternally Flash. I think this is supposed to be like a superhero skin. I'm not sure. Or probably just Swiss Play Electro Slides. I don't know what this is. But yeah, I think it's supposed to be a superhero. It's probably the best looking one for Slide. Hot Rod Hightail. I don't think this one looks too good. But yeah, fastest slide in the south by a landslide. Yeah, it's probably not my favorite one. Downhill Jingle Slide, whatever the hell this is called. Yeah, this is another one you can also get from the Season Eatings upgrade you get with the corn. It's a nice looking skin for Electric Slide, and it's probably suits her with the ugly sweater, just like Super Brains. Dark Wheels, I think this is also just another reskin of the Electric Slide. I don't know, she has a dark afro and gold customs. I don't really know what to say about this. Mod Racer is another race skin for Electric Slide you can actually buy from the Rux shop. She lives in the fast lane, but it's very stressful during rush hour. I don't know why I chose to use this skin and not this one. I should probably change it back. And this is a version of Electric Slide called Orange Fury. She thinks plants hate orange. Maybe she's never seen a Citron. Yeah, it's Orange Electric Slide. It's not really that special. Next up, we got the Pirate. So Captain Deadbeard has many, many different outfits. Which one? I think this is called Captain Bling Button. I call it George Washington for reasons. By the time he's finished getting dressed, the battle's usually over. This one I usually use the most. This is probably my favorite Captain Deadbeard skin. It's probably the one that best suits him. It's like a colonial pirate skin. Captain Shipwreck, I don't remember how I got this guy. I think this guy might be unlocked through Town Center, I think. Don't quote me on that. But I think it's either that or the Rototron. Having crabs on your head means free haircuts and a lot of pinching. Yeah, this guy you can actually meet when you're doing the Ops quest in Town Center. So I think that's how I found him or remember him. Cutlass, aka George Washington's wife, she'll make you walk the plank because it's been cooped up all day. Yeah, I just call it George Washington's wife. It's just a female pirate skin. It looks pretty nice. I use her sometimes. Captain Patchy. I guess it's a dog skin. Captain Patchy rolls with the pirate doggy crew, a team of quilting zombies. Wow, okay. I never thought that would be used in a sentence. Purple Pirate. Yeah, it's a purple pirate. Yeah, that's it. All-Star. All-Star has definitely probably one of the best customs you've seen so far. First off, this is probably the only legendary All-Star has, and it's called All-Superion. And it's a futuristic All-Star, Master Champion of Brains Ball, the only sport of future that matters to him. It's a futuristic zombie with bright colors, blue, turquoise, and yeah, it's a nice reskin. It's like a futuristic zombie skin for All-Star. This one, I personally find a lot more special out of any of them. But that's just my opinion. We're going to talk about Team Wolfie soon. Ultimate Champ Star, tough as nails until he gets a splinter, then watch him whimper. So yeah, this is a very rare All-Star skin because this is also found in the Founders Edition. So if you didn't get this game earlier than the launch date, you're probably not going to get this guy. So that's why I always have him as my default to play as, just to show him off. It's a very special character, just like the Nightcap. It's also like the Unicorn Chomper for the zombies. I guess it's like these devs' ways of just like rubbing it in your face, saying like, hey, you got this one and no one else can do it. Yeah, I get it, but at what cost? Team Wolfie, I think this is definitely a fan favorite. You can probably see the Wolfie comments right now in this video. He's on his own team, making his own rules, so he always wins. And I guess everybody knows you can just pretty much unlock this guy through Weirding Woods. Yeah, Team Wolfie's definitely a fan favorite. Even Cam uses him most of the time. Probably all the time. Tiger Shrimp End Zone. And this is just a shrimp-themed all-star. It's orange. Oh, it's supposed to be Tiger Shrimps. Is that even a thing? Is that a real football team? Football Spike. Yeah, this one you can actually buy from Rux, but this one wasn't really that special in my opinion. It's just all-star that's brown with a lot of spikes on his head. Whoop-de-doo. And then Purple Pulverizer, which is a purple all-star. And that's about it. Moving on. So next off, we got Space Cadet. And Space Cadet actually has some cool customs. The legendary is Overlord Zorgi. You can get this from the Rux shop. And I think this is very similar to the parody Darth Vader that Toy Story used. I forgot what his name is, but it was like the arch enemy for Buzz Lightyear. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, definitely recommend this one out of all of them. I think this one's my personal favorite. But for some reason, I don't use her the most. Fantasy Flight Master. I think it's something very similar. It's just a rock version of Space Cadet. But I think there's a different version of the rock, which I think is a little bit better than this one. I think you can actually get this one from the Rewardotron, but I'm not so sure. Your Brainium Star Miner, which is another customization you can get from Rux. I like the tech that she has all over herself, and the gems and the rock formations that she has with the mine drill kind of suits her a little bit. It's really cool. I like what they did creatively with this design. I have to give the developers props to this. Space Racer. I think you can also get this from the Rewardotron. Yeah, it's a race car of a UFO. I mean, if you could compete with this in a race car, I think she can pretty much cheat and just fly over all the cars. She's sponsored by a sticker company. Oh, yeah, I couldn't tell. A lot of stickers on her. Yeah, this is one you can get from the Rewardotron. Cold Steel. It's, I guess it's supposed to be a chrome version of the original Space Cadet. Yeah, it's, you can get this from Rewardotron too. It's a common skin. And then Majorly Magneta, which is a purple Space Cadet. Apparently, these developers really like the color purple. They use that for every single one of their characters. I find that very odd. Scientist. Scientist is pretty awesome. I really love Scientist, especially the Steam Blaster. Speaking of which, the debut of Steam Blaster came with these two skins right here. Steam Master with the what do you call this? Top hat. You know, duh, the one I'm wearing right now, the purple one. Steam's a dream when you use it for schemes, otherwise it's hot. And then this one is the Sprocket Scientist, which is pretty much a reskin, except it's a little bit more decorated and it's like retextured a little bit. So it's technically not the same one, but it's just different colors and a different texture. He specializes in steam, brains, and handsome, steamy brains. You can actually get this one through the May customizations, I think. Commander S, it's just a futuristic scientist with big lips. That's about it. Likes to get beamed up by waving a flashlight around and then running away. Oh, it's supposed to be a Star Trek parody. I get it. Yeah, you can get this one from the Rewardotron. I didn't like this one too much. Sprinkle Science probably one of the best scientist customizations in my opinion. When he saw candy, he thought weapon, and well, thought is a strong word. This is actually a really creative version of the Scientist. You can actually unlock this through the November prize map, and I really like what they did with the contrast, like the red and white stripes and the blue ice cream. You don't often really get to see blue ice cream. I've had it once. It's actually pretty good. It's cookies and cream, by the way. Foil Fanatic is basically a scientist with aluminum foil all over the place. Again, nice texture, but makes you crazier, I guess. Like a conspiracy theorist. Or just a really shitty sci-fi prop. It's okay, you can get it from the Rewardotron. Domino Dynamo, aka Two-Face. It's black and white and red all over. This guy when he's a little crabby. Yeah, it's the Two-Face customization. I really love the hairdo, though. And the black and white contrast is really good. Despite what everyone says, I think this is probably a really good scientist custom. You can get this one from Rux. Maroon Buffoon, even inside and out, all the clothes are maroon. No, it's red. Reddish orange, that's not maroon. Maroon's a different color. So that's already misleading. Engineer, we're almost done, chat. So yeah, at the end of the Christmas customizations, you can actually unlock an elf and a Santa Claus outfit for Engineer. What? Oh, yeah, I get it. This is an elf version of the Engineer. You can still see the ass crack on almost all of them. And I think this one's supposed to be Santa Claus. Yeah, this one is Santa Claus. Festivus Master. When he's a master of Festivus, funny business. Soft Fist Iron Maker. Oh, this is like a medieval engineer. And this one does not have an ass crack, which is kind of a downgrade. He has an anvil for a head, which I don't know how he manages to, you know, put that on his head at all times. I think that's very impressive. It's a nice engineer custom. You can get this one from Rux. Dummy Cultist. Yeah. The rabbit hole known as Dummy. Yeah, this is a red and white engineer skin. You can actually unlock this as the last prize for Weirding Woods if you 100% complete it. Dedicated to the dumbness that the dummy makes you feel in your head parts. I mean, if the dummy makes you feel dumb, then that probably does not make me feel good about myself. I don't think I want to be part of that cult. Painterly Splot Work? What? Oh, it's supposed to be a painter. Yeah, this definitely took a lot of inspiration from Painter, but from what I see, it's just the regular engineer. They just made him blue and white, and they just jizzed all over him. Yeah, it's not that good in my opinion. I like the original Painter design in Garden Warfare. Night Shift. It's a night guard engineer. Nothing safer than working construction at night dressed all in black. Yeah, no one does that. They all dressed in orange. Come on, CopCap, get your facts right. And last but not least, we have the Wizard. Wizard's pretty cool. Wizard had a lot of potential, but most of the stuff got scrapped. But I'm going to go over all the customizations with Wizard. So in the March prize map, not only can you unlock Wizard himself, but you can also unlock this alternate skin for him. It's called the Wishbreaker. It's like basically the Aladdin skin of Wizard, and I think it's pretty cool looking. It's purple. Looking for a roommate for his spacious 2-bedroom lamps, no pets. I really do like Wizard. It's a shame that, you know, most of these characters got scrapped in the game because the game got canceled. It's really a shame. Last Wishes. Like toothpaste, he can't be put on the back of a bottle. I don't actually remember this one, but I think this one might be also from Rux. I don't think I really recommend this one, unless you really dig the beard. That one's okay. And then this is, I think this is like a fairy-themed Wizard. Fairy Step Oddmother. She'll make your dreams come true, especially the ones when you're being chased by zombies. Wow, that's morbid. I think they're supposed to be referencing the fairy godmother from Shrek. I don't know, maybe. And then Grand Elf, which is supposed to be a Dungeons & Dragons reference. This elf can't cast spells, but he can spell spells or cast or anything. Yeah, this is a Dungeons & Dragons wizard. It's really cool looking. This one I recommend if you're really into D&D. And then last but not least, we have the Snorcerer. Yeah, I get it. Last night, he had the strangest dream, and unfortunately, he's going to tell you all about it. Yeah, no thanks. I don't know how he can fight with this eye patch on his head, though, but the rest of the customizations look really nice. I really like how, you know, PopCap really designed the wizard. It really showed how much potential this character had, but unfortunately, because the game's plug being pulled, there was so much missed opportunities that this game really had to tell you. Especially, like, the swarm characters like TV Head and Wildflower. I wish they had skins. Better yet, what about the unreleased characters like, you know, the Iceberg Lettuce, or the Berry Brigade, or the Gnome, or the other characters? They really did miss out on a lot of details here, and I really wish this game had more content than it did. It's a shame, really, but it is what it is. It's Electronic Arts. With the game's cancellation, too, there also are unreleased character skins for Peashooter and Super Brains. One being Disco P, and the other one being Skunk Brains. And there's other ones that I probably know about, but probably have to edit that in, too. But other than that, it's a shame what happened to this game. And as for you guys wondering how I got all these customizations in the first place, how much money I had to spend on Rainbow Stars, you don't want to know. You really don't. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this gave you a good insight on every single Battlefield Neighborville customization. And I'll see you guys next time.